Everybody keeps saying Pixel Gun 3D is dying, but is it really dying? Welcome back to the video, guys. My name is Everletcher, and today I am back to the Pixel Gun 3D video. Today I'm going to be answering the question of whether or not Pixel Gun 3D is actually dying. And real quick, I want to say 100% this video is going to be not really my opinions. It's going to be statistical, factual information based on what we have to see. And I'm going to be going over all that. Everything that I go over will be linked in the description, so you guys can go down below and check it out for yourselves, so you can see this for yourselves, so you can see that I'm not capping. I don't cap. This is all 100% factual information. It's all provided right here from certain websites, all free to see. Link down below. Check them out. With that out of the way, yes, we will be having another hidden weapon, so keep your eye out on that. But I'm not going to waste your time anymore. Let's just go ahead and hop right into this. So Pixel Gun 3D has been around for, what is it now, like 8 years now? Yeah, it's going to be 8 years coming up in this October. October will be, I think it's October. No, it's going to be like April, like this April. It's going to be like the 8-year anniversary, like 1 month from now. Or now? Is it March or April? January, February, March. Oh, April. So I'm stupid. I don't know the months. But anyways, in like next month, like 1 month from now, it's going to be the 8-year anniversary of Pixel Gun 3D. And the game has been around for quite some time. And the game has been through a lot. And lots of people have been saying it's been dying ever since I started playing in 2015. Summer 2015, people have been saying that it has been dying ever since. I believe it was the 12.0 update, which is, I believe, late 2015 or early 2016. Everyone was saying the game is dying, and well, here we are 6 years later. The game is still here. So why didn't it die? Why hasn't it died? Is it dying, or were people just capping back then? So the first thing we're going to be taking a look at is going to be Google Trends. If you don't know what Google Trends is, essentially speaking, it's just going to be a website it's Google's website that's going to be showing you the trendiness of a product, of a search term. So essentially, it's going to be showing you how often, how frequently it's going to be searched up. And we're going to be looking at Fortnite's for just a standard look, and we're going to be looking at Pixel Guns as well, just to compare the two and to see the difference between both of them. So here's Fortnite's right here on screen. This is from essentially the time it started coming out, around May 2017, all the way till present day, right now, today, which is March 2nd, 2021. This is going to be the worldwide trendiness. So you can see right here, you have a bunch of little mini spikes where it caps out at about 80. That's about every single season that comes out. And then right over here, late October 2019, it has a massive spike right there. Just a huge spike. I believe that would have been whenever the Skull Trooper came. I don't remember. It's probably when the Skull Trooper was first re-released or something like that. I don't really recall exactly what happened then. But that right there is when it peaked at its trendiness, and it just dropped tremendously. That's going to be Fortnite's right there. So now we're going to take a look at Pixel Guns. So here's Pixel Guns right here on screen. And Pixel Gun 3D has been out for a lot longer. Keep that in mind. And it is a mobile game as well. Fortnite was not really a mobile game for the longest time. It is now, but it wasn't at first. So it's coming over here. It has only hit 100 once. I know Fortnite only has as well. But right over here, January 2017 was where it had its peak at 100 trendiness, and ever since then it's just kind of been dropping. It was dropping. Then right over here, late 2017, it just spiked again right in December, all the way to 94, and ever since we've just been on a big decline. We are currently at about a 26, and we actually have not been that low since since 2014. That's really bad, 2014. So the question is it dying? So based on this chart, it looks like it is currently on a decline. It's currently dying. That's what it looks like according to Google Trends. Now, obviously, Google Trends is not going to be the most important thing. All that means is people aren't searching for it as much, which if you go and look at people's YouTube views, that correlates 100% 1-to-1 ratio, because as people are not searching for it as much, us content creators are pulling in less views, which just makes a lot of sense because you can't get views if people aren't searching for it, correct? Yeah. So that all Google Trends tells us is that Pixel Gun 3D is not a search term that is being used frequently anymore, which means people are not Googling for it. They're not searching for YouTube videos for it much anymore, and that honestly makes sense. Lots of people are losing interest in the game, and they'd rather just sit there and play the game than sit here and watch other people play it. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is going to be the income revenue of Pixel Gun 3D. So now you may be asking, how the crap did Everletcher get his hands on how much money Pixel Gun 3D was making? Easy. Free websites online that tell you how much money and revenue and downloads that mobile games get every single month. So this link is called Sensor Tower. You can find both these linked down below. They're absolutely free to use. All you have to do is click the link and you can see it. Not sponsored at all. No sponsorship. It's not monetized links. You usually just click on it. I have no correlation with the company at all. So the first thing we're going to look at is going to be the Android version of the app, which Android, 100% Android players are the smaller amount of players in the game right now, I believe. So right here, I'm going to show a screenshot on screen right now. The downloads for Pigskin 3D for Android users in January of 2021 is 700,000 downloads. That means 700,000 people downloaded the game. Not sure if they were new players, not sure if they were old returning players, but they had 700,000 downloads in January of 2021. That is quite a bit. Income revenue, they had $400,000 that they made, approximately, give or take a few. $400,000 right there for January 2021. That's from Android alone. So that's going to be what it looks like right there. Why does that matter? That just means people are spending money on the game, which means people are interested in the game, in the actual playing the game aspect. Now come over here, we're going to look at iOS. iOS, it has the majority of the players of the game now. It used to be different, but right now I think the majority of all Pigskin 3D players are using iOS devices. And, well, it works 100% better on iOS devices. So if you're trying to buy a device just for Pigskin, iOS devices are going to kill it. I mean, yeah, you get updates late, but the game runs so much smoother on iOS. Anyways, right over here, we had 400,000 downloads for iOS in January 2021, which is a little bit less than the 700,000 Android had, so you're not getting as many new players, but, I mean, that's kind of expected. Most iOS users aren't buying new phones all the time. Android users will buy new phones all the time because they can get phones for cheap and buy a new one for cheap, where iOS users just buy one expensive one the last couple years. Anyways, they had $1 million of income revenue for Pigskin 3D of January 2021. That is absolutely insane. $1 million in 1 month. And yeah, we know there's Call of Duty Mobile bringing in like 17 million a month. But anyways, Pigskin 3D, $1 million. So they made about $1.4 million in January of 2021. Now, why is that important? That's just saying that the players are still interested in the game because they're spending money on the game. I mean, the one last thing that we could use to pick and determine whether or not Pigskin 3D is actually dying is something that only developers can release, and they have never released it. I have actually asked them myself to release it, and they said that they cannot. Basically, you just go up to them and say, hey, how many daily users does Pigskin 3D have? Most games typically don't hide this. I've asked Pigskin 3D developers, I think 2 or 3 times now, and every single time they've said, sorry, we can't disclose that information. So I'm not going to ask again. I don't want to bug them. I know Fortnite currently has, they're 100% public with theirs, 3 million daily users. Cops and Robbers, the video game, has 100,000 daily users. If I'm to assume, I'm going to say Pigskin 3D probably has anywhere between 200 and 500,000 daily users, and that is a scary sight, because if you look at how many views Pigskin 3D players, Pigskin 3D YouTubers are pulling in, you would assume there's only around 100, maybe 150,000 daily users on the game, because like people just don't pull in views anymore. And so when people say Pigskin 3D is dying, essentially speaking, they're just saying, hey, I don't like the game anymore, so they're leaving, and so they just say it's dying. That's what I said when I quit Clash of Clans originally. The other thing to look at is how many views Pigskin 3D content creators are pulling in, and they're like, oh yeah, it's definitely dying. I mean, it's not this dying, it's just people don't want to watch the content that we're putting out anymore, because we're putting out boring content. Every single content creator is putting out, for the most part, I'm not calling anybody names, but for the most part, people are just putting out boring content compared to what we used to put out, so people just don't have a need to actually go out and click on the videos. I think it's entertaining. They don't want to watch someone play the game when they can play it themselves. If they're going to watch something, they want you to watch something that they cannot do themselves, like spending $1,000 on a game, or $1,000 1v1, or something crazy like that. But anyways, guys, for the most part, is Pigskin 3D dying right now? I think it's currently on a decline in terms of search terms, but I think in terms of the player base, it is not dying at all. I think it's actually one of the best points of life it will ever have right now. Yes, it's not at its peak trendiness, but that just means it's going to suck for us YouTubers because, well, we can't pull on as many views. But for the actual players and the actual game itself, I think it's doing very, very well, and I think developers can keep up what they're doing. Please do add some new content, though, like new game modes or something, because we could definitely use that. New maps, something like that. Remastered maps, bring back old maps. You know the deal. We can just do that. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Once again, you can find all these things linked down below in the description. I want to be 100% open with you guys. You guys can find that all yourselves. If you guys did enjoy this video, feel free to subscribe and turn on the bell notifications. Leave a like, all that good stuff. And with that being said, hope you guys all had a very blessed day. I'll see you guys next one, and goodbye.